Hello, my tarot tarts and tartlets. We have a new Kickstarter deck to look at today from Weirdworks. So this is their Eldritch Overload deck that I backed over a year ago with the special edition book. They have another, I'm going to call it an oracle deck. They call it a tarot deck. I think it's called the Empress. Look. Whoa. Look at that. When I saw this deck on Kickstarter, I immediately knew I had to have it. The colors, the aesthetic. And I splurged and got some stickers because how could I not? Cthulhu is calling and I must go. That beholder. My cat's looking at the reflection on the ceiling right now. Devil Reef in Innsmouth, Massachusetts. Arkham State Forest. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for this deck, which the camera is having such a hard time picking up. That hollow, look at it, it's gorgeous. The back says the Eldritch Overload is a tarot deck set in a cybernetic future filled with dark spells, mythical monsters, and street-smart warriors. Explore the vast city of Vulcan from the Undercity to the Junklands, the Spark, and beyond. And then enter. So let's open this very carefully. I do not want to damage the box. That hollow is just absolutely everywhere, and I know it's on the cards too, and I'm super excited. Let's see, 10 out of 10 on the box. Look at how bright and vivid this artwork is on the inside of the box. And we've got the different, I'm assuming, suits on the outside of the box. Let's see if this helps. Try to pick up that hollow a bit without washing it out. And then the swords. So this is the basic little white book that comes in it. Very cut and dry for this one. It has an up triangle for the up position, a down triangle for the reversed. So your typical little white book. And now the cards. Sorry, we were struggling to find an appropriate background that wouldn't overpower the color of the cards. Look at that hollow around the edges and the beholder and the hollow on the back of the cards. Absolutely stunning. This hollow is so hard to capture. The Magician. Let's see. sorry about that. I did not like the black background. It was super hard to catch the hollow, so here we go. Much better. It's a little zoomed in because I'm focused on the cards, but the hollow on the box is showing up so much better now. That's what tarot is, right? At the heart, it's a system of overcoming adversity, building resiliency. This box is going to be tough to catch. Oh, it's gorgeous. Let's try this again. Of course, starting with our Fool. It's also the dead of winter, so it's very hard to have any kind of light here. So we start, as always, with the Fool. I will say, regardless, when you're looking at the hollow, it's hard to read it. It's going to with that shifting hollow, but look at that back. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Magician, cybernetic arm, ears, as above so below, with all the different suits on the table. The High Priestess blowing out the camera because look at how she shines. The Empress. Gotta love that pomegranate. 4 arms. Growth. Very tied to nature. The Emperor. Ooh. That city background and just the glint of the windows in the background. That power, that sense of power with this card. The Hierophant. In a church. It almost looks like a thumbprint in the glass window behind him. The Lovers. She's got a digital rib cage exposed. Interesting. Kind of a bit post-apocalyptic for the Lovers with all the mess in the background, but anybody in a relationship will tell you that love is messy. The Chariot, getting ready, all that forward momentum. Look at just how that white glows along the street. And the cracks with the hollow. Okay, I don't know if I saw the Strength card before opening it, but it is now my favorite. I mean, that's just absolutely stunning. With the Tiger, and her hand's actually under its jaw instead of like somehow weirdly in it. So it doesn't look like she's trying to give it a pill. The Hermit, all the hollow in the computer screens, kind of giving that lantern vibe of staring into the internet. Definitely feeling the seclusion. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's such a pretty Las Vegas-y kind of feel. Your fate's very up in the air. Justice. I know some of these are non-human, but I am absolutely adoring the wide range of skin tones, although I can't tell if this one's fully robotic. The Hanged Man. A very aggressive death in this one. With a lightsaber over its head, red. I wonder if that's Sith related. About to shoot or dragging a unconscious. This looks like a reference to the Pieta statue with Jesus and Mary. And the devil in the police, I suppose. Temperance. That art of creating something new, of balance with the cone on its tip. The devil. This looks like a strip club gone wrong. But I would love to have her outfit. I need me a belt like that. The tower. All that hollow, that destruction. The star, the quiet release afterwards. Ugh. I think you pick up more details when the hollow isn't so reflective, and that's hard to, we can't have best of both worlds here. It's a bit above my capabilities. The moon destroyed at this point. Looking that we're definitely in a different dimension, different world. Hello, sun. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the sudden flash to nature with these two in such a heavy neon world. But still with the bright colors of the creatures makes it feel still just as connected as this. Judgment. Keep humans pure rally. Cybernet is a sin. The world. Wow. I'm assuming this is a test tube. It's hard to get a clear look. We've got some doctors with vials. This one looks like he's holding an organ of some sort. Ace of Wands is absolutely gorgeous. And again, that retro neon that still feels just as in place as this. Two of Wands. 3. Although this dome here and the nature of this card trying to grow nature around a dome, very much outside looking in, reminds me of the Netflix Love, Death, and Robots. This whole deck does, to be honest. 4 of Wands. Okay, so this is the picture that's inside the box. 5 of Wands. Celebrating this one's victory, who looks quite surprised. 6 of Wands. This brings K-pop, K and J-pop very much to mind. But also they're pointing, I know we've all worn masks, but through COVID, but it's giving me like holding back, not being able to speak with all these microphones in front. 7 of Wands. 8, that forward, yep, tilt it just right and it looks like it's flashing down the ladder. Nine of Wands. Definitely the struggle with the missing arm. Please give me a cybernetic dog that glitters. Thank you. Ten of Wands. Work, work, work. I often joke at work that I need an IV infusion of coffee. Looks like that's our future. It's not a very good one despite the bright colors. Whoa. Page of Wands. This reminds me, there's an older cell shading anime where it's like Halloween and they're running through the city and they're following neon lights to avoid getting eaten by demons. Knight. I love that it's on a motorcycle. Lots of personality and movement in these court cards. The Queen of Wands. I love that the cat has its own shoulder pad. The King of Wands looking like he's on a futuristic TED Talk here. Ace of Potions. This is gorgeous. These cards are so beautiful. Two of Potions with the cat and the the flower fighting. In the background, that flash. Three of Potions. Love the body inclusivity. Also, please, purple to pink ombre hair. One day. Four of Potions. Five, Catastrophe with spilling the drink, but spilling it perhaps with some insight in mind. Six of Potions. What I love about this deck too is that even with a very similar color scheme sometimes from cards to card, this one is somber, this one's full of energy, this one even more so, even though they're all in the same color scheme. I think that's genius. But then we get these harsh shifts to really ground you that it's a whole world that these card people are living in. It looks like this one might be a back alley deal. It looks like he's holding the katana almost as a walking cane. Seven of Potions, your drug of choice. And of course, after the 7 comes the 8. Very restful, still very bright and vibrant. 9 of Potions. Kind of gives you that sense of excess still. There's a very 3D effect going on. It's hard to pick it up. Very 3D effect going on with the potions off to the side, which I enjoy. 10 of Potions. So here is a twist on the usually face tracing, happy-go-lucky, perfect world. 10 of Potions, where here it's just a poster. And someone's not even looking at it, they're turned away from it. And definitely kind of it's dirty. Very seemed pessimistic take on 10 of Cups. Page of Potions. For all the furries out there, I need to see this outfit immediately. Knight of Potions. God, that's so pretty. The Queen. Also a bit, it's almost got the theater mask with the happy and the sad. King of Potions, who it looks to be female in this one, so breaking the norms. Kind of has like a holographic control switch there. Ace of Swords. Two. I absolutely adore this 3. 4. Not very restful looking, but oh yeah, someone watched Arcane, it looks like. I'm feeling that vibe from this. The 5 of Swords. Or played it. Six of Swords, a take on aliens and maybe Jabba. In the background, I'm so nerding out over this deck. 7 of Swords. Yep, this one makes me uncomfy. 8 of Swords, I do like the binding, but not a fan of the cybernetic spider. Gorgeous 9. Oh. I might keep an eye on their website to see if they start offering posters or prints of these. 10. Page. I love the reference to the fencing gear with the fencing mask on her face. Very ready to start a fight or win it. Knight of Swords being a penguin. I adore this Queen of Swords with the cat. King of Swords. Again, up in the penthouse where these seem to be more zoomed in. Ooh. New card slip. Okay, so now the coins. Oh my goodness. This card, it says life support, 6 hours, 3 minutes, 2 seconds terminating. Insert 2 Sif gold to continue. There's very much political discourse hidden in the bright colors of these cards. Okay, and it looks like they're planning on maybe taking down the Hierophant without having read the book. That's the 3 of coins. 4 of coins. That clutching and greed. That hoarding. 5 of coins. The 6. 7 of industry, and it's a robot. Because that's our future. Especially by these cards. I know the 8 feels a bit hopeless here. I think there's a really interesting take on the narrative of the tarot cards in here, and I haven't even opened the book yet. 9 of coins. Ten. So again, we have a woman in a mask who probably looks like she can't breathe the atmosphere or needs medication. We have a disfigured younger looking gentleman. The one at the head of the table looks like he has a feeding tube in, even though there's all this food that he can't eat. Page of coins at a pawn shop. The knight. Very industrious looking and maybe a little lost. The queen of coins. And the king here, called a Taurus. See what the actual big book looks like. So from what I understand, this book with holographic edges. Sorry, I can't read it. In the designed to be used with the Eldritch Overload Tarot Deck, the codex contains an in-depth tarot reading guide and sourcebook for the 5th edition of the world's most popular role-playing game. So we're able to use these cards in a 5e campaign. Each tarot card gets a full 2-page spread with artwork, a short vignette set in the cyberpunk fantasy universe of Eldritch Overload, upright and reversed readings, and further reflections, journaling prompts. The 5e content includes a setting overview and introduction to the cyberpunk universe of the deck, 6 subclasses: Way of the Arc Welder, College of Pop, Electric Luchador, Deliverator, Wire Witch, and the Crypt Corp. 8 new backgrounds, completely new and revised weapon, armor, and adventuring equipment details. A bestiary with details and stats of the monsters featured in the tarot of the deck, random tables to use with the tarot deck. An introductory guide to the Neo-Vulcan and the world of Eldritch Overload. Back it out just a bit. There's also a ribbon in the book, those edges. There we go, get a bit more of the book in. I don't want to give it all away. So basic 1 card, 3 card spreads. Details on the major arcana, upright and reverse. Bass notes thrum throughout the cavernous depths of the Undercity arena as an up-and-coming local DJ plays in front of a packed audience. This young bard seeks fame and glory, and music is his way out of the hardscrabble life and the dregs of the Undercity. Here are the journal prompts down below. What is the journey you're setting out on, and what do you hope to achieve? So it does give a bit of an inside of the card and the place settings to see. Just doing a very quick flip through. Death. There is an option next to organ donation checkbox on police career application forms to volunteer for service after death. It comes with decent perks for you and your family and a greater sense of loyalty and fulfillment. In fact, those who opt out are derisively called temps by fellow members of the force. Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently if they like grayscale this deck, I might be interested in it too, because that is absolutely gorgeous. I wonder if I can get that as a wallpaper background. Okay, so the ribbon set at the 5e campaign. This codex is absolutely amazing. I want to watch you with my eyes. I want to see you win that prize. So it looks like there's even some setup ideas to campaign. Make and model passenger seats. The team at WeirdWorks did amazing, above and beyond, and their influences and nerd culture, the different skin tones and bodies, and look at, they even have hand spur guide and tables for weapons. This was definitely a passion project, and I can so appreciate that. And I look forward to hopefully finally making tarot cards work in a 5e campaign, because we've been trying for over a year and it's really hard to do. So interesting that the police officer is labeled in the bestiary. Again, I wonder if there's a political context that they're hinting at. Ozor the Watcher. Yep. The Beholder with all the security cameras. Did I miss that in the sticker? I did. So all the Beholder tentacles have cameras on the end. See if we can close out. So it looks like there's food and drink pairings, trinkets, random tables. So I look very much forward to working with this deck, both as a tarot deck for divination and journaling, and as a 5e setting. This is an extremely comprehensive, gorgeous book. I cannot get over the passion that went into this project. So for all the creators at WeirdWorks who put this together, thank you. This is truly, truly a piece of artwork.